Go.
I'm George Mendoza II.
Thank you, George.
Hello, I'm Justin Barclay. I'm Ron Jeremy.
Hi, I'm Dan Myers, and today I'd like to talk to you about option trading. And there are 4 things that I'm going to assume that you already know before I start discussing this subject further. Or that I know about, that you need, that I'm going to assume about you. 4. The first is that you're debt-free. I understand that everybody's going to be debt-free, but you need to be debt-free. It's okay if you own mortgage on a house, that you're debt-free before you start investing majorly in stocks. The second, that you own US-based stocks. Option trading only works on the US stock exchange. And you need to own at least 100 shares of that US stock. And I'll go into that a little bit more detail later. 3, that you have minimal investment knowledge. That you at least understand that there's a stock market out there and how you can purchase a stock. Nothing more than that. And the 4th is that you're like me, and that's bad at math. But you can at least multiply, divide, subtract, and add. It's all you need. Multiply, subtract, and add. You can do this. You can do that. You can calculate on your own what you will make in option trading. My credibility in option trading. This is what I made in just this year alone. I made $3,000 in option trading alone. So you can make money, and if you're showing money, you're probably going to listen just a little bit more. You can go to your local library and get these 3 materials to help you understand investment strategy as well. The first is the Standard & Poor's Guide to Money Investing. This was my first book, and there was a chapter in here dedicated to trading options. If you want to be a little bit more serious, you go get the Options Playbook. And third, even though you could probably get this on DVD, right now, this was a VHS tape, and I only got it a few years ago, and it's free. You contact the New York Stock Exchange, and you can get this tape for free, and it helps you understand options trading as well. We're going to be talking about one type of option trading, and that is the cover call. It is impossible for you to lose money on a covered call. Let me say that again. It is impossible for you to lose money on a covered call, barring outside unusual circumstances. But if you bought a stock and sold the stock at the same exact price, and I'm going to use an example today, at the same exact price, not counting commissions and capital gains, you would make money. 99.99% of the time, if not 100% of the time, you would make money. And there are some terms I need to cover to inform you about cover calls so we can go further. The first is a strike price. A strike price is what you agree to sell something at. Just as if you went to a store and you saw a pair of pants sitting on the shelf and it said $20, that's the strike price. That's the price at which you're going to buy it at. Now, so no sales or discounts, but to say the jeans say $20, you pay $20, consider that the strike price. Premium. So in this case, when I sell something in option trading, cover calls, I get a premium. And the reason why I'm getting something this premium is because I'm the one holding the risk. I've sold a cover call. You now own something. I'm going to get it back. It's renting out a stock. Even though I sold it to you, I really still own the stock. And in the meantime, you've given me a premium. And I need this premium because on the end, I hold that stock, and the stock might go down in value. That's why I said 99.9% of the time. We'll talk about it, and it's coming up here in a few seconds. And third, that you understand that options expire and finito on the third Friday of every month. On the third Friday of every month. And you'll hear sometimes in the news triple witching. And that has to do with other commodities and other things all expiring, but they all expire on the third Friday of every month. And that's why sometimes you'll see some unusual volatility occur on the third Friday of every month. And today we're going to use, and I print this out to show you that this is a real stock. I'm not going to use terms of XYZ company and this is what can happen. No, this is a real company, CX. It is a company that sells cement. It's a company, everybody needs cement. If you're going to be doing any sort of construction with cement, you need to purchase cement. There are a lot of companies that do this. I purposely didn't choose a technology company or a company that's really, I chose a company that if you're going to build something, you need cement. So CX, I own this stock, so that's why I follow the stock. And I'm going to, fifth assumption here, I'm going to assume that you don't own the stock. But let's say you did, or you wanted to, and you had $1,000 after being debt-free, and you have a minimal understanding of investing. You had $1,000, and you bought CX last week, okay? Because that printout was from last week, and you bought it last week at $10, which means you would own 100 shares, and you could have turned around that same day and sold an option, one option, because you own 10 shares, you own 100 shares. An option is 100 shares. You could have sold one option of CX. So you took $1,000. We're going to start a new one here. You took $1,000. You purchased as many shares as you possibly could, and I understand commissions and all that. And now you have 100 shares. And you sold that option to somebody else, okay? 'Cause somebody else wants to buy that stock, and they sold it at the strike price of 10, but they gave you today, as you saw on the other sheet, 93 cents. Which means if you own 100 shares times 93, you made $93. Remember, I said guaranteed to make money. That $93 is yours today. Whether you sell that stock 3 months from now, because the option trades, I went 4 months out in advance to April. If you sell that stock, if it's at or above $10 4 months from now, you still walk away with that $93. At or above. You no longer own the stock, so you'll walk away with your initial investment of $1,000 plus your premium, so you will walk away with $1,093 after just 4 months. If you know how you can make $93 on $1,000 after 4 months, call me, because that does usually happen. I'm going to make another assumption here. Now you're probably saying, Dan, that sounds great, but how can I lose money? The way you lose money is if it's at below $10 on that third Friday in the month that you chose. You still own the stock, but here's another way of looking at it. You got $93 so now we're going to pretend it's April and it's at or below $10. Now you still own the stock, so 1,000 minus 93 is going to be $907. You have lowered your cost basis on that stock. That stock didn't cost you $1,000. That stock really only cost you $907. So even though the stock is below $10 and you own it, guess what? You get to do it again. Now you're probably going to wait until the stock goes above $10 in order to get your initial investment back. But you could turn around and probably sell a $9 cover call in April and continue to lower your initial investment cost. Do this over and over again, and you'll be like me pretty soon, making some serious money just doing cover calls. Now, It's not for the weak of heart. Sometimes you might sell that stock, and it will go down. And you're the one holding it, just like any other stock. But let's say you've owned stock in a particular company for a while, and you've been wanting to sell it anyway. And you think, well, right now might be a good time to sell that stock. Look at option calling, see if it makes sense to you, and if it does, do it. And I look forward to you making money as well. Thank you.